Hey Husker Nation, welcome to another video from Just Two Dudes. My name is Louie.
My name's Seth.
I'm the dad.
And I'm the son.
Well, alright. So much to talk about here. We've been wanting to do a video now for quite some time, but we kind of wanted to wait until something became official because everything we've heard this whole time is nothing but speculation. And we just kept hearing so many things. But I think now, with Colorado officially being invited to the Pac-10
and officially accepting,
yeah, I think the demise is on, and we can kind of go ahead with accepting the fact that we will be invited to the Big Ten.
I really think the pawns are going to just start falling into place now.
Yeah. So what do we think of going to the Big Ten? You know, at times I get really excited about it, but you know, I try and temper that because is it a case of the grass is greener on the other side? Is it wanting a change of scenery? Things like that. You really have to stop and think about this.
Yeah, you really do.
Well, what do you think?
I think I'm in favor of this. I wasn't at first, but the more I got to think about it, the more things that the more rumors, the more speculation, everything like that. I became a fan of this move, and I like it. I do.
A couple things that we've heard in the last couple days is the University of Texas saying that they tried to do everything to save the Big 12. You know, I just looked this up.
Tried everything.
I just looked this up. Nebraska's population is 1.8 million people. The population in the state of Texas is 24.7. Okay? The fact that we could hold this much power over that school is kind of daunting.
Yeah, it is.
It's
as far as whatever decision we make,
yeah,
they have to make their decision based off of that. It is something to think about.
Because you know, there's only 3 teams that the Big 12 couldn't stand to lose: Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska. I'm talking athletic programs, not just football programs, but the Big 12 couldn't handle losing Texas. They couldn't handle losing Oklahoma, and because of our football and the fact that we are the only team that anchors the North in football, they can't stand to lose us.
Yeah, they really couldn't.
But I'm really intrigued by a statement from the Texas officials. They said they did everything in their power to keep the Big 12 going.
Right. That's just not the case at all.
Yeah, if they wanted to keep the Big 12 alive, they should have not pushed so hard for the Big 12 championship game to be held in the great state of Texas every single year.
In the Jordan, which we did a whole video on that. But you can understand why the Big 12, the powers want it there. It's the best football facility in the world right now, but it is still just completely unfair. The game
is supposed to be in a neutral site.
Right. It was completely unfair, and the fact that they push it to be permanent is unfair. And another thing is Texas 3 years ago with the
3 years ago.
Texas 3 years ago voted down starting our own Big 12 network because they wanted to have their own.
That's right.
And this is just a lot of things that when Texas says they tried everything they could, they really didn't try anything other than just keeping everybody their own puppets for whatever they wanted to do with their own university.
I mean the Big 12 office is in Texas. Right. The president of the University of Texas is the head of the Big 12 Board of Regents. I find that fascinating. Yeah. Dan Beebe does not give one piece of crap about Nebraska. He only does now. He only does now because he needs us. And what mystifies me is why did the Big 8, when the Big 12 first started, why did we give them the power? Texas didn't come in and just demand. They weren't in a position to. We, like a bunch of cowards, gave all the power to Texas.
I really think it kind of has something to do with the fact of the population stuff that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Just because with that population in the 4 schools in Texas that are inside that population, they could dominate revenue.
But at that time,
it's
Nebraska's
still,
coming off of 2 national championships.
Right, we are. This
94,
is back,
95.
This is
back to
back
back.
when we're on top still in the 90s and
Yeah.
everything. So I agree with you.
The
Why
Southwestern
did we?
Conference dissolved.
Right.
The Big 8 conference didn't. We took those 4 schools in: Texas, Texas Tech,
Because
Texas A&M, and Baylor.
They needed us.
They needed us.
Yeah.
We didn't need them.
Right.
And now we're proving
Right.
we don't need them, and look who needs us.
Right.
I'd like to get angry about that, but the fact of the matter is when we started the Big 12 conference, we, as meaning the Big 8,
Yeah.
we gave that power to Texas. We allowed the offices to be there. We allowed those Texas schools to have all the power.
We didn't put up a big enough fight,
Yeah,
which I don't
get it.
It's kind of like nobody wanted to stand up to the bully that's picking on everybody else type of a deal.
Well, it is now, but then
yeah,
I don't see where they were the bully.
Right,
that's the biggest thing that still bothers me. They needed us, we didn't need them, and even now that's being proved. We don't need them. We can go on to other things, but they are begging us to stay, and forget it. Forget it. I think
starting
we're
around
gone.
that time, we need to get to what we think are the pros of going to the Big Ten, and for the first thing that comes to mind is the money you can make from the Big Ten network. I think that's the biggest reason why, if we do decide to go, which it looks like we are.
The bottom team in the Big Ten gets $22 million off of that contract.
Exactly.
The top team in the Big 12 gets $12 million a year off of our contract.
Yeah. It's
another thing, if you go to the Big Ten, the Big Ten will have 3 of the top 5 football programs in the history of college football.
If we decide to go.
Yes, and those it's Nebraska, Michigan, and Ohio State.
Yeah.
Another thing, you would have new traditions and new rivalries.
Right, which in a way it'd be kind of sad to let go of the annual Colorado games, even though on the national stage it hasn't really been that important in a while. It's still something that I'm gonna miss.
Why it's important to us is those 70, 80 years we've played Colorado, Iowa State, Kansas, and Kansas State is because we kicked their butt for the last 80 years. They had their little runs, but overall we dominated
that's really
them.
good. And one of the biggest pros I think is Bo Pelini is from Ohio. He's a Big Ten type of coach. He grew up in the Big Ten region, playing football, learning the philosophies, and I think the philosophies of Bo Pelini's style of coaching really fits in the Big Ten, along with the fact that we no longer would have to deal with spread offenses. Yeah, Michigan kind of runs a spread with Rich Rodriguez. He probably won't be there.
Not for long.
Yeah, he probably won't be there once
Not
we
for
get there. Ohio State kind of, but really it's more of the Big 8 style, where it's just running the football and playing defense, just real smash mouth football, which is what we.
Yeah. I tell you what, guys, we're gonna go ahead and stop this video here.
Yeah.
This will be just part 1.
Yeah.
Where we're gonna go right into a part 2, but YouTube only allows you a certain amount of minutes. So we're gonna stop this. We're gonna label this Big Ten move part 1. And come back. It'll load right after. It'll be the Big Ten move part 2.
Make sure you guys check that one out too.